In this section, we are going to discuss about variables declaration and initialization in the C# programming language. Variables declaration and initialization in the C# programming language consists of 5 types, which are declaration only, declaration and initialization, implicit type declaration, multiple declaration and initialization, constants and read-only variables. First, declaration only. Let's look at the declaration only example. In the example, we declared a variable named myNumber of type integer but haven't assigned it a value yet. This is useful when we want to declare a variable but assign a value to it later in our code. The program gives the error is because variables must be initialized before they are used. We comment this statement for program able to be run. Second, declaration and initialization. Let's look at the declaration and initialization example. In the example, we declared a variable named myName of type string and assigned it the value John at the same time. This is common when we know the initial value of the variable at the time of declaration. The program displays output of John for variable myName. Third, implicit type declaration. In the implicit type declaration, we use var keyword to declare a variable without explicitly specifying its type, and the type is inferred from the assignment. Let's look at the implicit type declaration example. In the example, my variable is implicitly declared of type integer. The program displays output of 42 for variable my variable. Fourth, multiple declaration and initialization. In the multiple declaration and initialization, we can declare and initialize multiple variables in a single statement and separating them with commas. Let's look at the multiple declaration and initialization example. In the example, variables a, b and c are assigned the value 5, 10 and 15 respectively. The program displays output of 5 for variable a, 10 for variable b and 15 for variable c. Fifth, constants and read-only variables. In the constants and read-only variables, we declared a variable using constant for the variable becomes constants. Constants must be initialized during declaration and cannot be changed later. For read-only variables, we declared a variable using read-only. Read-only variables can be assigned a value during declaration or within the constructor of the class. Let's look at the constants example. In the example, variable pi is declared as constants of type double and is assigned the value 3.14. The program displays output of 3.14 for variable pi. Let's look at the read-only variables example. In the example, variable setting is declared as read-only of type string and is assigned the value read-only setting. Remember that C# is a statically typed language, so once a variable is declared with a certain type, you cannot assign values of a different type to it without explicit conversion. Also, variables must be initialized before they are used. That concludes section of variables declaration and initialization in the C# programming language. See you in next section.